Aggressive dogs come in all shapes and sizes. It's not just the large, powerful dog breeds and the scary guard dogs that are aggressive towards other dogs. Even dogs as small as this one can display explosive, reactive and aggressive behaviours. And just because they're small and might be easier to manage does not mean that they shouldn't be trained and these behaviours shouldn't be addressed. So in this intensive day, I take this pretty reactive, aggressive puggle and turn it into a dog that can be beautifully walked and spend time around other dogs with no issues.
So let's dive into my engagement tune-up, because as you can see right now we have zero engagement with this dog. First things first, a flat collar and a flexi lead that it's come on just isn't the right tool, not at this point. We need to get him engaging, looking up to us for guidance and direction. When we achieve that, it doesn't matter what you use at that point. So I'm going to swap out to a leader collar and one of our new Biophane leads, and we're going to dive in to tuning this dog up, building some engagement, building some relationship, building some communication, which we can then utilize later on in order to be able to fix the reactivity and aggression towards other dogs. So I'm just going to dial in a little bit of engagement. Just already swapping to the right tool was better. So again, any time that he makes bad decisions, forges in front of me, I'm just going to help him understand, nope, you need to follow me. Keep that nose up, try and keep that engagement on me. Let's go. Yeah, better. 2 reps and we're already building engagement. Inside turns means he's going to have to focus. There we go, he made a mistake there. This time he'll be more in tune. Same again there. He wasn't paying attention, not paying attention. And better. Now he's starting to understand he needs to watch me, and more importantly, as you can see here, yielding to my spatial pressure. So as I'm moving in and out, if I'm moving into him, he's yielding that pressure. If I'm moving away, he understands that he needs to follow me. And again, this is much better. Coming to a stop, planting my flag, claiming space. Job's a good one. So we're going to see if we can start introducing some obstacles in my advanced leash handling course. This is going to take that engagement from an 8 and a 9 to a 10 and beyond. Get that engagement beautiful, get that relationship and communication beautiful, bring the dog out, mix the two, bing bang bosh. We're going to have this dog super happy to be walked on a loose lead and not reacting and aggressive towards other dogs.
So once I've built this kind of relationship where the dog understands it must look up to me for guidance and direction, now is the time to address the problem behaviour. And in this situation, I bring the trigger out, which for this dog is other dogs. And when it displays the inappropriate behaviour for the first time in its life, this dog has been challenged by somebody in a language, in a way that they understand. As you can see, I use some minor lead pressure just to help snap the dog out of it and communicate that that isn't acceptable. And then we went straight back into this loose lead walking. And as soon as the dog understood that from somebody that it now conceives to be its loving leader, from the work we spent in the first initial part of the session, I can communicate what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable. And instantly from there, we can then move into moving forward with life in a positive way, in a leadership based way, in a loving way. And the dog now doesn't have to spend the entirety of its life in fight or flight. And in this situation, you can soon see how the weight of the world begins to fall off the dog's shoulders, and for the first time in its entire life can start to enjoy spending time around other dogs and realizing that it isn't something that he needs to be worried about. And yes, I have had to use some discipline to be able to achieve these incredible results. But just like in any aspect in life, if you want to lead your dog, you have a duty of care and responsibility to communicate to them what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable. But contrary to unfortunate popular belief, this hasn't made the dog fearful, it hasn't made the dog scared, and it spent the rest of the day loving time with both myself as its new loving leader and my role model dog Sully. And we finished off the day handing this new skill set over to its wonderful owner that can now enjoy a much more positive life with what is a wonderful dog.